Welcome in. This is the Round Pen. I'm back with Nathan Duncan, lead pastor of Thousand Hills Cowboy Church and camp director for Save to Serve Cowboy Mission Camp.
Sounds important.
Huh?
Sounds important.
Yeah. This is going to be a double dip right here. We're going to be giving our March update for Save to Serve Cowboy Mission Camp, as well as we're going to be talking a little bit deeper into what does it mean to be saved to serve and kind of where that comes from. So we're going to start with our March update.
Absolutely.
Everything is wide open as far as camp registration goes. We're still taking registrations, and we do want to pause for a second and talk a little bit about our kids camp. Would you like to kind of dive in and talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really excited about offering something for 3rd through 6th graders that is really tailor-made to them. A good friend of mine, Rob Simpson from over Jackson, he's going to be the camp pastor. He's a kids pastor, and so he's coming with a background of knowing how to teach kids about the gospel. A really great guy, loves the Lord. In fact, his wife, the one that we affectionately call Katie Pope, which I think she just goes by Katie now, Katie Simpson, she was actually in our youth ministry and in our youth ministry 20 years ago. And so it's great to have her and her husband going to be there as our camp pastor. Of course, Alvarado Roadshow is going to be there. Everything's going to be tailored towards 3rd through 6th graders, but the mission opportunities for Save to Serve is going to be really great for some of the parents that might be a little bit nervous about these kids being taken off campus for a mission style camp. I want them to understand and know that they're not going to be actually taken off camp. We're going to stay on campus for the 3rd through 6th grade camp only. We're going to actually be doing some service projects there.
Right. And Clay Luna has been lining up those, meeting with the camp, working through those mission projects. And there's going to be multiple different types of mission projects. But again,
Right.
They will not be going off site. They're going to be staying right there at Hillmont Camp for the duration of the kids' camp.
Absolutely. And Camp Hillmont, it's a Christian-owned camp. These people love Jesus. There's a few things that we're going to actually do for the camp in a way to serve them, just because they have students in throughout the year, and they need a little bit of help, some upgrades that need to be done. And so I know Clay is working on those things. There's some debris down on the property from the tornadoes that they had, I believe, back in December. And so we're going to be helping and doing what a 3rd through 6th grader can do. I mean, obviously, we're not going to have 3rd graders run around with chainsaws or machetes or anything like that. So we're going to let them do what they are capable of doing and work on some of these things. I think that there's some picnic tables that need to be done. I think we're partnering up with Operation Christmas Child just in case we run into some rainy days for packing some boxes. So there's several things that are in the works. Everything's not 100% nailed down because we're still pretty early, few months out to get everything nailed down. But I think there may be some hesitation on the part of a parent. I know I probably would too. If you're thinking, hey, you're going to take my 3rd grader and take them, into the city of Dixon and turn them loose. No, they're going to stay secured on site. It's our 7th through 12th grade camp that's actually going to go off site and do mission work. And so I'm really excited about what we're offering kids this go round. So
yeah, and as far as the 7th through 12th graders and their mission work going off site, there is extensive security measures that we're taking to make sure that they remain safe as well. But we do want to give them the opportunity to go out into the community and serve the people in that Dixon area throughout the week that they're there as well. So
absolutely, because they're going to be working with a local homeless shelter. They're going to be doing some work in a local park in terms of fixing some things up. So we're going to have the opportunity really to expose them maybe to something that they've never been exposed to before, and that's simply just serving others. Not serving ourselves, but serving others. And it's real easy, even for Christian kids and Christian adults, to get to where we think that the world kindly revolves around us, and that everything is about us, my needs, my wants, my desires, those things. But yet, the Bible and the gospel actually calls us to die to ourselves. The Bible calls us to serve others, to be willing to love our neighbor as ourselves. And so this is going to open the eyes up of both for our kids camp 3rd through 6th grade and our teen camp 7th through 12th grade, just to be able to do something that is beyond themselves and give them just a little bit of a taste of what it's like to go out and not be paid, not be reimbursed, but to go out and to be able to serve others in a pretty practical way.
Yeah. And so back to our little update here, registration's open.
Yeah, registration's wide open.
And for both camps, teen camp is getting closer and closer and closer to filling up, but we still have plenty of spots available for our teen camp. Kids camp is wide open.
Yes.
If you have any questions about kids camp or teen camp, please reach out to us. We would love to talk to you. We would love to answer any questions that you may have, any concerns that you may have. This is our first year for Save to Serve Mission Camp. You've been involved in mission camps before, as well as a lot of others on staff with us for this adventure that
yes,
we
sir.
are on. And so if you have questions or concerns, we would love to talk to you and get those questions answered, as far as what the camp's going to look like, how things are going to operate, what security measures we are taking, how kids are getting to and from places. We would love to talk to you and be able to answer as many questions as we can.
Absolutely. And we've got just a wealth of knowledge that's coming this year to camp, from our camp pastors to those that will be leading us in worship. We've got a wealth of knowledge from everybody that's on staff, every single person that is going to be some sort of leader or providing some sort of leadership. And so years and years of doing camp is kind of coming all together, and we're doing some things that we've always wanted to do. We've talked about it. We've been a little nervous about doing it because it is biting off and diving off, maybe is a better word, into something that we know quite a bit about, but at the same time never have organized to put something together in this particular type of way, because we're really doing some things that maybe have never been done in terms of a camp that's going to offer these types of things. Not only is it going to offer ministry, but it's also going to involve some arena. Mm-hmm. And if you're not in the arena, it's going to offer some sports and some water type activities. So it's really just got a full gamut, if you will, a plethora. One might say
it's almost a la carte.
It's almost an a la carte type of camp, as far as like the breakouts of what someone may want to get into, while also having a heavy emphasis on gospel preaching and ministry, missions. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how it all shakes down and the response that we get from our students and from our sponsors, and what their overall thoughts are of what the camp looks like. That's what I'm most excited about. Yeah. I'm really most excited to see what God does in and through this camp and what it looks like on the backside of it. So, yeah, I'm pretty fired up for it.
All right,
Sign up.
We've named it Save to Serve Cowboy Mission Camp.
Yes, sir.
And Save to Serve is a term that you have used for several years now.
Ever since we went through the study, the book of Acts that we started pretty much beginning of COVID.
Yeah. So you didn't just pull that out of thin air. You didn't just
no, absolutely.
It's biblically backed.
Yeah, biblically backed,
serve
100%.
So, kind of, where did that come from?
Yeah, so I'm not real sure. I'm pretty sure I didn't coin the phrase, but I'd heard it along the way at some point. But I kind of took it over, just because, and I don't even remember who said it or if somebody had said it, but I know that I'd heard it over the years at some point. When we started going through the book of Acts, what we what we see in the book of Acts is just an overwhelming sense of the church to be about the gospel. And so what I was trying to encourage our church to do, and the reason why we kind of took it on as a mantra, if you will, while we taught through the book of Acts, I think it took about 2 years, quite a bit of time invested there. I would often say it during our church time when we gathered up as a church. You're not saved to sit, you're saved to serve. And then it kind of got shortened to saved to serve. And so we've used it quite a bit overall as a mantra for our church. And so when we started talking about the camp, that's kind of, hey, if we're going to do a missions camp, why not call it saved to serve? It kind of fit. And so, where our key verse is found right here, and apologies for having put on my glasses. But our key verse is found in Colossians, where the Apostle Paul, he's talking about different relationships that we have in the world, different relationships that wives have with their husbands have with their wives, children with their parents, people that we work for, all of these things. And he's talking about how we should work in those relationships, serve in those relationships. And he goes on into verse 23, where he says that whatever you do your work heartily as for the Lord rather than for men. And so that's kind of the theme of what it is that we're doing. And you find it multiple places in the scripture. I mean, I can turn over here to, Galatians in chapter 5, in verse 13, it says that you were called to freedom, brethren. Only do not turn your freedom into an opportunity for the flesh, but through love, serve one another. You can also see it in verses like 1 Peter chapter 4, in verse 10. You see it overall theme of the New Testament, where someone asked Jesus what the greatest commandments were out of the 10. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. Basically the totality of who it is you are. And also love your neighbor as yourself. And so that's what we want to really drive home with Save to Serve camps, is that this is not about us ultimately. And I don't want to be cliche, because we know it's not about me, it's all about the Lord. I mean, that has been a cliche, but it's true. Even though it has become a cliche statement, it is still very, very true. It is not about us. It is about glorifying and making the most of our lives to glorify and honor the Lord Jesus, and to serve our neighbors. And so that's what we really want to try to accomplish with these two camps, is put the glory and the honor where it belongs, and point kids to Jesus, and adult sponsors that are going to be there as well, and really give them the mindset is that we were put on this earth to serve our neighbor in whatever capacity is required at that time. And so that's where I think the biblical basis from it comes, and one thing that we will definitely be talking about every single night at camp.
Right. And the kind of our thought process on this was that it would be somewhat of a localized camp.
Sure.
And it has actually turned into more of a regional
camp. Yeah.
And so not only are we looking to introduce these kids and teenagers and sponsors into missions and different ideas, but hey, take this back home to your local community. Absolutely. And expand on it. Absolutely. Take it back home. Look at it, look at what we've done here, and take it back home and implement this into your community.
Absolutely.
To continue to grow in it.
Absolutely. And I think that's one thing too that I think a lot of pastors want. They want more than just fun and games. Obviously, they want good biblical preaching, not just a bunch of stories, but somebody get up there and talk about the word. The word is what changes us, right? This is how we know who God is and what it is he wants us to do. Plus, they also want some substance in terms of let these teenagers, let these kids go out and serve others and give of themselves a little bit. Rather than always being given to, let them give. Because I think that's a problem in a lot of modern churches. We fill them up and we feel a lot fill up a lot of seats every Sunday with the only thing that those people are challenged to do week to week to week is just show back up. Because pastors are so scared they're going to lose their jobs or people are going to be mad at them because there's not enough people coming to their church. Rather than preaching actually a full gospel, right, is that this is the time where we're encouraged and equipped in order that we may go out and be the church by loving God more than anything and loving our neighbor as ourselves. And so that's essentially what it is that we want to do. That's the message that we want to preach. And so I'm looking forward to whether or not we accomplish our mission.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun journey, and we would love for you to be a part of it.
Yes.
Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We love talking to people about it. We're so excited about it. We want to spread our excitement to those that will listen to us. So, again, everything's open. Registration's open. You can hit us up at S2SCamps.org.
Yes, sir.
You can go to our social medias and check us out there. If you see this video, share it, get it out there. We want to reach as many people as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
And we hope to see you at camp.
Yep. Like, love,
share
as many times as you can, please. All the above. And let your pastors know, your senior pastors, your elders, let them know a little bit about what's going on here and send them over our way and say, hey, this may be something that our people might be interested in. Hey, if you're not a cowboy, you're not a cowboy church. You don't care nothing at all about wrestling any kind of cattle or roping or anything to do with a cowboy. Guess what? This will still be the camp for you because you don't even have to do those things. Those are going to be breakouts.
Yeah, you don't even really have to look at a cattle.
Absolutely. If you don't like the smell of cattle, you don't even have to be around one. So that's what's cool about this camp is we are allowing some other room for people to do other things. Maybe you like to hit baseballs or softballs or
shoot basketballs. Maybe you like to paint. Maybe you like to act. Maybe you like to sing or play music.
100%. Yeah.
You have that option.
Yeah, there's going to be all sorts of different things. So please check it out and please ask as many questions as you need to. We're very patient. Well, I'm not, but there are people on that's going to be our staff that are very, very patient. We'll love to talk to you about it.
All right. Well, y'all have a great week. And again, if you have questions, hit us up.
Absolutely.
See you.